my name is Katja Millard. I work at Motorola Solutions. I'm the Corporate Vice President at Critical Communications Network. We're here at CCW in Dubai. Very, very excited to talk to you about what we do as a company and our new product introductions.
Hi Katja, thanks for taking time talking to the Integrator. Katja, you have been with Motorola for a long time right now. Tell me about your journey with Motorola and tell me about being at Critical Communications World 2024.
Yeah, so excited to be here and thanks for taking the time out to talk to me. So I've been with Motorola for quite some time, Motorola Solutions for 16 years, working in the land mobile radio part of the company. Very excited about that. We see Critical Communications World, CCW, as one of our main trade shows for the international part of our business. So we're excited to be here and have a couple of new product introductions that we would like to discuss as well.
Katja, before we start with the products, you have a long journey to describe. You've been right now. How is it going through Motorola in the beginning and how has your career transition to being at this point right now?
Yeah, so I started out in Motorola as an individual contributor in the product team. So product is really where I belong. That's my home. And I've been evolving through product management and engineering as well, to today having a fairly big team overlooking everything that we do in networks.
So fantastic. So long journey. Anyway, let me ask you the first thing. Tell me what's Motorola doing in critical communications? Any interesting products that you would like to tell my audience about?
Yeah. So we're really at Critical Communications to meet the customers. All of our international customer base, which is really important to us, is coming in through this trade show, and we are excited to learn from them, but also have fantastic conversations about the future and talk about the products. The new product introductions that we have are scattered across what we do. So maybe if I touch a little bit on what is it that Motorola Solutions do as a company. We're first and foremost, we're really into critical communications. So we do land mobile radio, which serves public safety customers, but also enterprise customers. So whenever you think about secure, reliable, instant voice communication, that's what we do very well. In addition to that, we also have video. So we have basically broadened the portfolio with visual as well. So we have surveillance video cameras and we have body-worn video cameras as well as part of the portfolio. With that, we have AI and algorithms that can really predict, and help policing, but also mission critical customer spaces figure out what's happening around their space or whatever they need to protect. We also have access control. So when you think about, your badge that you may need when you go to work, those kind of access control systems we have in place. And thereby we enable use cases where you can really trigger an ecosystem, right? So if we have our access control in place, let's say even in this building here, if the wrong person is trying to enter the building, you trigger the cameras to see what's going on. Then we have the software in the control room. You think the big, whatever, policing, military control rooms, but also smaller control rooms for a facility like this, to really make sure that we report what's going on. And then you have the voice communication as part of that as well.
So all of these are being shown at the booth currently, right?
You can see that entire ecosystem at the booth, yes.
Okay. So tell me about how your collaborations with partners in the Middle East. This is a big market. Technology savvy people. How do you see the market and what are your plans to expand regionally in the market?
Yeah. So it's really important for us to learn from our customers. It's about the end users and the jobs that they do. We need to know about that to innovate and create the right products that can serve them. So we do a lot of co-creation with key customers around this region and around the world to really understand how does a firefighter work? How does a police officer or a soldier or even someone, because we go all the way to the Louis Vuitton store or the restaurant that you visit, how do they actually work? So we have a very interesting process. We use our design teams. Design teams are really both, you could say, industrial design on the hardware piece, but they're also UI, UX.
Okay,
right? So they will go and shadow our customers, our users on the job to figure out what is it that we need to do better. One example would be, when you use your smartphone, you probably don't think too much about how you do things. But if someone tech savvy were to observe you use your smartphone and what kind of issues you might have with some of the apps, they'll be able to learn from what you didn't even notice, but somehow they can see it and they can now talk to you about what's the problem, why shouldn't that button be there, or why would you like to talk to the device to ask for this rather than text. So these are the things that we do to learn from our customer base, create the right product. But then also just from a business perspective, of course, we talk to the decision makers in the different organizations to make sure that we can support the companies, the countries. In some cases, it's nationwide systems and technology that we provide. So it's a multiple layered conversation, I would say, starting with the end user, going all the way to the decision maker, making sure that we help all the way around.
So in any ways, are you tied up with any government entities that you are looking to, provide solutions for?
So we have a lot of nationwide systems, and when you go into those kind of conversations, it's of course the key, decision makers and influencers in that ecosystem that we're talking to as well. It's a long process. It's in those cases, right? But yeah, yep. Absolutely.
Okay, let me ask you about what do you think is upcoming technology trends and opportunities that Motorola anticipates or being involved for the region?
I think this region in particular, our customers, people here are very future oriented, are moving faster, adopting new technology really fast, and we enjoy that as a tech company a lot. You see other markets that may be moving a bit more slowly, they're a bit more conservative. So in many ways, we do use Middle East and Asia as a little bit of a tech hub. We actually opened an innovation center here in Dubai in 2022. So pretty big investment by the company to make sure that we have an innovation hub where we can study in the right location. So I would say that across the board, we're really happy working with customers in this local market to test out and make sure to get inspiration for new technology. We are, to be more specific, we are looking investing a lot into the camera business right now. AI, if you're thinking predictive policing is one of our big things, right?
Yeah.
So if you can pick up abnormalities on the camera that triggers something in the back and you can send someone before the incident actually happens, those are big parts of our investment.
Big parts of, we're going to speak about AI, there's lots to speak, but still I want to ask you this question. Katja, as AI is growing into all domains of all verticals, how worrisome is the trend, or do you see all of positivity coming with AI?
I think it's something that we have to monitor, and like everything, you have to balance it. So since we are serving critical communications customers, government customers, etc., we do test technology quite a lot before we put it out there. So I will say that we see AI as a help, but we might not be taking it to the extreme. We will let consumer technologies and others go do that first and learn from it. But we are taking it in. We are taking the first steps. If you think about, again, the command center, the control room, analyzing video data, etc., is where we're starting.